Yo, what's up guys, welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be about Kha Zix versus Ekko in the jungle. So basically this matchup is Kha Zix favored and I'll explain why. So first thing first is that Kha Zix overall has slower cooldowns on his abilities than Ekko and basically has a higher damage output. Reason being that Kha Zix basically does more damage from his Q and his autos than Ekko will. Ekko will mainly have like a high burst damage combo with his Q and his E into his passive, and that's about it. He doesn't really have any like consistent DPS, whereas Kha Zix has, in my opinion, both a high burst damage from his Q and his autos, but also a better DPS because his cooldowns on his Q is lower than Ekko's Q. So the first thing you can do against an Ekko is you can buy Merc threats against him. So if they only have an Ekko, then I would say it's not really worth going for Merc threats, but if they have Ekko in combination with either some more AP or some more CC, then I'd say going for Merc threats is a viable option here. Second thing is going to be with your runes. So in your runes you can go for Tenacity. Again, the only CC that Ekko has is his W, so Ekko's W yet alone is not really enough for you to be willing to go for Tenacity, but if they have some more CC, then you can go Tenacity in Precision tree as your secondary tree in your Kha Zix runes. The third thing is Hex Shrinker. So Hex Shrinker is 1.3k gold, it gives you AD and MR, and on top of that it gives you a shield against burst damage, which is exactly what Ekko has. He has a high burst damage, but he doesn't really have consistent DPS. So therefore you can basically, if you were falling behind, then going for a Hex Shrinker is a really good item to get back into the game and basically have a chance of 1v1ing Ekko. The next thing, as we just saw here, Kha Zix is invading the Ekko, and that is you want to invade Ekko whenever he's using his W or his burst damage onto jungle camps. So as I mentioned earlier, both Kha Zix's Q and his W has a lower cooldown than Ekko's Q and W. And even though Kha Zix has a longer cooldown on his leap than Ekko has on his dash, so Kha Zix E compared to Ekko E will be higher, both Kha Zix and Ekko will most likely just be using their jump or dash once in a 1v1, so it doesn't really matter that Kha Zix has a higher cooldown than Ekko on his E, because most likely they both will just be used once, therefore it won't matter. The next thing is Mythic Items. So in my opinion you have two options for items that you can go for here. I would say either Duskblade or Eclipse is gonna work just fine against Ekko. I'd say Duskblade is if you're winning the matchup pretty hard and the enemy team has a lot of squishies, then go for Duskblade so you can get multiple kills in team fights. And Eclipse is if Ekko is actually ahead and you have a hard time like killing him in a 1v1, then I'd say go for Eclipse. Which then leads me into what you should evolve into Ekko. So you want to start off with Q evolve because again the consistent high DPS and cooldown like refund that you get from Q evolve is really good against Ekko. Basically this means that if Ekko can one-shot you off one combo, you're basically gonna be winning the 1v1 always. The next thing is a tip for the specific 1v1. So basically, if you are not invading the Ekko whenever he's using his W in a jungle camp, he will try and use his W for two different reasons. He will try and use it for the shield, or he will try and use it for the stun. So most likely Ekko, if he stuns you, that means he's going to kill you. If he just uses it for the shield, it'll most likely be used for him to try and escape, where it's like a zoning ability. So what you want to try and do is you want to try and hold onto your E until he uses this W, so you don't get stunned in the middle of the W here. Because if you get stunned, it could change the 1v1 and basically make it in favor of the Ekko if you end up getting stunned by not having your E up to get out of the W from Ekko. Next thing is another item that you can go. So we already mentioned the Mythic item and Hex Shrinker, but another item you can go is Executioners, and that is for his ulti. So basically, if Ekko gets his ulti off, it won't matter as much because the HP that he's gonna get is gonna be nerfed by 40% from the Executioners or from Grievous Wounds. And then you will have an easier time killing him because he won't have full HP again. The last tip is try to avoid getting hit by Ekko's Q 2 times. So basically how Ekko's Q works is he's gonna throw it forward and then after some time it'll come backwards. It's okay getting hit by it once, but you should really try and avoid getting hit by it 2 times. But you don't really want to use your E to dodge the Q, like going back and forth. Instead, you want to hold on to the E for the W. So use your E, basically your leap against Ekko's stun, his W, and then try and use either your ulti if you can, or simply by dodging it, by juking it with mouse clicks. Dodging the Q either when he's throwing it out, or when he's coming backwards, then at least dodge it, because if you don't, then he's gonna get 2 stacks on his passive. And then what he will do is he'll throw the Q out, it will hit you 2 times, and then he needs 1 more proc on his passive in order to get the bonus damage and movement speed off. So what he'll do is he will throw his E onto you. And once you've done that, then he gets the 3 stacks, of course, he gets movement speed, and then he can run away and kite until you have his cooldowns back up. And then once his cooldowns comes back up, then he can basically go for a second combo and maybe kill you. So yeah, basically try and dodge the Q when it's coming backwards, and if you do that and you E out of the Ekko W, you should win 1v1. And otherwise just look to invade him whenever he's using his W onto the jungle camps. So yeah, that is basically the Kha Zix versus Ekko jungle matchup. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, remember to like it. Remember to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys either on my next live stream on Twitch or in my next YouTube video. See you guys.